Morning. It's Wednesday. We're on Psalm 94, and we're going to read verses 1 through 7. O Lord God of vengeance, O God of vengeance, shine forth. Rise up, O Judge of the earth. Repay to the proud what they deserve. O Lord, how long shall the wicked exult? They pour out their arrogant words. All the evildoers boast. They crush your people, O Lord, and afflict your heritage. They kill the widow and the sojourner and murder the fatherless. And they say, the Lord does not see. The God of Jacob does not perceive. Well, it goes on for another 20 verses or so to say, oh, yes, God does see. And you foolish people don't understand, but God will vindicate the fatherless and the sojourner and the widows and the poor, and God will vindicate the faithful, and you will all be in trouble. So that's kind of the whole psalm in a brief form. It's interesting, though, that, who are the evildoers? They are the ones who do what? They crush your people. They kill the widow and the sojourner, murder the fatherless, and they say, well, God doesn't care. God doesn't see. God's not paying attention to this. Over and over in the Bible, we see that God cares for, and the faithful are supposed to care for, the widow, the fatherless, and the sojourner who lives in your land, the one who comes into your land and lives there from outside. The immigrants who come to your land looking for a better life. We do everything we can to make life very difficult for them. And I'm going to give some examples, and some of you aren't going to like this, but that's the way life is, isn't it? These immigrants come to our southern states that are very warm places. They come from countries where they are used to hot weather. And so we say, oh, we have a great place for you. Get on this bus. And they get on the bus and they go and they end up in the Northeast where, it's October. It's going to start snowing soon. They don't have heavy clothes. They don't have boots and parkas and gloves and hats. They never lived in a place that's that cold. So it is simply beyond reason. It's cruel to send people up there. I know it's because of Democrats and Republicans and all that stuff, but it's just wrong. We got to figure out a way to take care of these people. Yes, we have to figure out a way to control our borders, whatever that means. And we have to figure out how to do it in a way that is just and kind. And I don't ever hear anybody saying anything about kindness with immigrants. But that's what God calls us to do. And there are lots of things that I think we could do if we had the will. I'll give you one example. I know of churches that are heavily involved with settling refugees. And usually they're refugees from someplace in Africa or Eastern Europe or someplace. And they do 2 or 3 at a time. Well, if every church took on 2 or 3 immigrants, every church in the U.S. took 2 or 3 people and found them housing and a job and all of that sort of thing, I think we would find that most of the immigrants would do pretty well and would love it, and we would make new friends. It's not always beautiful. I know a church that tried this, and we had some Southeast Asian refugees, and we put them in an apartment, and we were getting them jobs. And one day somebody went over there and came back and said, they're gone. So what do you mean they're gone? I said, there's nothing in the apartment. It's empty. The door's open. They're gone. And we don't know where they went. Well, they got scared about something, or they found out where their family was somewhere, and they went there, and God bless them. But they just vanished. So it doesn't always work out the way we think it should work out, but it'll work. That's one example of how we could do this. The widows, churches are full of widows who sit in their houses alone. And, well, we expect the pastor to visit them. Yeah, but there ought to be other things we could do to bring them together and give them something, an outlet, a place to talk and be socialized and all of that. Same way with little kids. You know, the parents die, they're put away somewhere. The state takes care of them. Okay, you ought to be somebody in the church who could adopt them. But you know, I know we're getting way out there here, but that's the way that I think about things, and I hope that you will think about it. You'll come up with an idea that I never thought of, and it'll be a great one. So give that some thought today, and have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow morning.